This young lady right here is the best player in pickleball, bar none. Mixed doubles, women's doubles, singles. She dominates it all, including having the record of Triple Crown championships and the PPA Tour. What we're going to do in this lesson here is I'm going to share with you 4 lessons that you can learn from Leigh Waters that you can bring into your play, because you too can learn from the best. Let's get into it. As we dive into the 4 lessons, it's important to be aware of what to look for when you're looking at a player like this, who's a player at such a high level. What happens sometimes is this is a flick attack that Leigh is initiating against Catherine Parento here. There's going to be then a response by her, and then Anna Bright hits a winner over here. So what happens a lot of times is we'll look at this situation, we'll say, God, how is Leigh setting up? Where is she attacking? Is she attacking this spot here or this spot here? Where's she going with this ball? There's nothing really wrong with trying to understand this part of the game. It's perfectly fine. But if we get bogged down in these types of things, or like this here where you see Leig's awesome backhand counter, so we want to break this down, we lose this bigger story. There's a lot of Leig's games that we can bring into our play, and there's stuff like this that we just leave for later. So as we dive into it, we're going to focus on what really matters. This first lesson applies to any level of play. I'm going to give you 3 that apply to any level of play, and then there's 1 that applies to advanced players. So this one here, we're going to talk about Leig's composure. Here she's playing in the finals of the singles in the World Championships. She's already won 2 golds that day. This is for that Triple Crown, and it means a lot to a player like Leigh to complete that. She's playing against Kate Fahey, who's the number 2 seed. You can see here that Leigh is up 10-9. There was a close ball there. It's her composure. She's just ready to play, ready to go for the next rally, even though she lost that one and got sided out. Here, Kate's actually going to score a point to tie the game at 10-10. Right, so that's going to be 10-10. Again, easy to get flustered here. A lot of players get flustered here. Leigh Waters is 18 years old. She's a young player, a young person. You have, most of us who are watching this are more than 18 years old. And so if Leigh can have this kind of composure in these kind of high pressure situations, why can't we have better composure when we're in adverse situations? Pickleball is a sport of adversity. That's why we play it. It's to be challenged. Look at Kate Fahey battling here, doing her best, pushing Leigh to a 10-10 situation there in the second game at the gold medal match of the Worlds. That's what this is all about. And so Leigh Waters, her composure, look at her, perfectly calm. We're going to talk about process in a second here. Gets back to serve, does her thing, just keeps on chugging along, right? Hits a nice little volley there, gets to 11. She's getting pumped up a little bit there, getting the crowd involved. Awesome composure by this young player. Composure is something you can actually work on. Just like you work on your serve, your third shot, your volleys, whatever parts of the game mechanically you're working on, composure is something you can work on by working on your mental game. If you're not sure where to start, we have a really good podcast called Pickleball Therapy. You can find it anywhere there's podcasts. Just type in Pickleball Therapy. I'm the host of it. I know it's good because the players who listen to it improve their mental game and improve their composure. By having better composure, you're going to play better. You're going to play calmer like Leigh is here. I'm not promising you're going to win gold medals on the PPA Tour, but you'll be able to surmount adversity by focusing on composure. Spend time on composure no matter what level you're at right now. This next lesson is also for any level player. Now, before you come at me with this next lesson down in the comments, understand that this is absolutely critical to how players like Leigh and her partner in this frame here, Ben Johns, play. And what we're talking about here is process. It's following process. It's understanding that you're going to play better if you have a routine to your play. And I'm going to show you a couple of ways that Leigh does that, which you can use at any level of play. And I was half kidding about the comments. Feel free to comment me in the comments. Comment anything you want about this video or anything else that we do. It's perfectly fine. But look at Leigh here getting ready to serve. Nice and relaxed. I guarantee you that Leigh can just get up to the line and serve, and she's going to serve perfectly fine. But you watch her here, her process, just taking a moment there for herself, bouncing the ball 2, 3, 4 times, right? Whatever she wants to do there, getting herself set before she executes a serve, allows her to take a moment to herself and to prepare to play her best in that rally. If you don't have a process for yourself, you're giving up this advantage that even the best players on the planet, Ben and Leigh, use as part of their play. And it's a really low-hanging fruit for you to have a process for your game, and it all starts with your serve. Adopt a routine for your serve, whether you like tapping the ball on the paddle, whether you like bouncing the ball in front of yourself, whether you just like holding the ball for a second and taking a deep breath. Whatever works for you, have a process, because even the best players in the game use a process. That's how important it is. In a minute, I have one more lesson that applies to any level player. This lesson that we're going to look at right now has to do with awareness and court position. It's a more advanced lesson for 4.0 plus players. If you're not yet 4.0 plus, feel free to watch the lesson, enjoy it, but don't get bogged down on this part of the game. It's a really important part of your journey to focus on parts of the game that are going to give you the biggest bang for your buck. This one is probably not for you as bang for your buck other than just watching it if you're not yet 4.0 plus. But I got another one for you coming up that'll really change your play as well. As we run through this, I'm going to run through it one time fully, and then I'll stop it for you and show you the details to it. But just focus here on Anna Leigh, how she's flowing the rally. Right, you can see her getting set there. She's basically flowing nicely back into a defensive position, allows her to put the ball back in play one more time. And again, I'll break it down in more depth in a second. This footage here is thanks to the PPA Tour. This is how we get to see these awesome players. Check them out on Pickleball TV and try and see one of their events live if you get a chance. I'll put a link down in the show notes to getting tickets. So here, the first step here that I'm going to show you is, it seems simple, but it's not. A lot of amateur players, even 4.0 players, will just run into the non-volley zone line here without paying attention to what's going on. Anna Leigh has probably better hands than anybody watching this video. She's not just rushing up there. It's not good use of her situation here. It's not a good strategic move by her. So what is she doing? She's looking over here to see what Ben's going to do with this ball. Then based on what she sees, she's going to make a movement here to a perfect court position here. Great split step. You can see she's really balanced as Georgia's getting ready to hit that ball. So just really good awareness and court position. Here again, what is she doing? What's happening here? What's Ben going to do? Making a read on it. This gives her a jump on being able to take a step back here, right, defensively, because she saw a ball that Georgia's able to attack. You can see she's split step, right? That gives her good balance. This is what allows her to defend. You can say, well, she has really good hands and all that. Yes, but it's the movement back that allows her to then get set up to defend that ball. And then Georgia misses this one here. But this point scored by Ben and Anna Leigh is as a result of Anna Leigh's awesome court position, getting set up, moving back defensively, being aware of what's going on the court. It's a process to learn this awareness and court positioning, but the better you get at reading what's going on, not just opposite you, on the other side, not just what's going on over here, but what's going on with your partner, what kind of ball are they hitting, what does it look like, the better you get at reading the room, the better you get at your play. We have strategy clinics that we run at Better Pickleball. You're welcome to join us for one of our monthly strategy clinics. We do a lot of breakdown just like this to help you improve your play. Now let's go into the next lesson that applies to any level of play. See if you can see what Anna Leigh does in these next three shots that make her shot so effective. This is Anna Leigh up here returning serve. See if you can see what she does that make these shots so effective. Is it the power of the shot? Is it, some roll? Absolutely not. It's fundamentals. Starting with this shot right here. That's a fundamentally sound return of serve, having Catherine Parenteau hit her third shot from behind the line. Leigh Waters is the best player on the planet, in great part due to her fundamentals. And Leigh Waters never takes a break from fundamentals on return of serve, on the most quote-unquote basic shots. What you're going to see is, there you see the process again, but you're going to see Leigh Waters always executes these shots in a way that give her the greatest advantage possible from those shots. Want to improve your play? Improve your fundamentals. I'll put a link up here to a free strategy guide that'll help you improve your play, and I'll see you next time.